I'm live. It's saying I'm live. So I'm live. Let's see how this works then. Right, so I'm on my own. I'm in the house coat. I'm actually dressed. In case you don't believe me, have a look. Look, I got clothes on. I got trousers on. I'm just chilling out in my house coat because it's a little bit cold in here. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to throw it on and use it like a coat. So we have our first person watching. Woo! Ring the bells, ring the bells. Woo! First watcher. 2 watchers and a thumbs up. Wow. Right, so guys, we are testing 6 watchers. We are testing this, what I can see is brand new feature on YouTube now. They've done YouTube lives for a while, but I've not done one. I've had software do them for me, but it's been such a joke. Google make things so, or YouTube in this case, make things so difficult to use at times. And like they suffer for it because people don't get to use kind of it in the way they want them to because they've got to set up OBS or some broadcasting software. It's ridiculous. Finally, they've caught up with Facebook Lives and gone, right, let's just make it a one-click thing. And that's what this was. So now I might actually end up using this, which is really, really cool. So let me just read what we've got here. New, hold potentially inappropriate messages for review. Oh, I like that turn on. Okay. Right, so turn that on. So Dan Scribbler says, good morning, Matt. Nice to see you, Dan. Sonia Pengelly says, good morning, Matt. WAMX says, morning. Max Mattagioni says, morning, mate, from Oz. Oh, I thought that was Italian name. But good morning from Oz, which is probably not morning in Australia, is it? I don't know what time it will be. Hi, Chris Talks Tech. Hi, Bangkok, love it. Can I try inappropriate messages? If you want to, Max. Yeah, it won't hurt. Go on, give it a blast. Let me see what happens. Just put some swear words in or something like that, and we'll see. So, like I said before anybody joined, I have just got out of bed a few hours ago, really. I've been laying in bed, but I've been up for hours. I've not got my house coat on because I'm not dressed. I am dressed. I just got it on because it's cold. The heating's got to kick in and all that stuff. I think we're going to go for a walk in a little bit. I was in a slog today. I was going to get stuck in, do loads of work. But Holly just said to me, shall we go for a walk? And she said it in such a cute little voice that I was like, I can't not. So, but regardless, that sounds great anyway because it's sunny outside. I don't know how warm it is, but it's sunny. So I thought I'd do a quick test. I've just tested a new feature. I love testing things. I love testing stuff because it puts you ahead of the game, you see. But I just tested something called a Facebook watch party in the Secret Wealth Project Facebook group that if you're not a member of, you should be. And it was terrible. It was rubbish. You search for videos and then you load the videos into a queue and then you click play now. And then supposedly the people that are in the Facebook watch party can watch the videos with you and you can all comment on them together. I don't know what genius came up with that idea, but it's rubbish. It didn't work very well. I felt like I was on my own. I think I might have been on my own. It was just really, really, really bad. But these tests are good. And I think it's probably it's Facebook testing and I'm testing their test. So what will end up happening is they'll get loads of feedback and they'll either knock it on the head and say that's ridiculous or they'll roll it out with some improvements. So I'm happy to say I tried Facebook watch parties when it was absolutely rubbish, which is today. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. No intention of ever doing it again. But I am aware that they probably put a lot of development time into this, so they're not going to want to scrap it all together. So it'll probably get better. So never say never. I might end up using it again. So let's go back to the comments. I'm going to show that one, Max. So Max has just tested the naughty words filter, and it did say show or remove or whatever. So that's interesting. Next test for me is can I get rid of boobs, bitch, F-U-C-K? Let's have a look. I can put you in a timeout. Wow, that's good. I can make you a moderator. Right, let's remove that. So there you go, deleted, done. So that naughty comment's gone. That's cool. Good test. Thanks for that, Max. Nice one. Right, so who else we got in here? Let's have a look. So Mandy's here. Stephen's here. Good morning, Stephen. M1K3 Marius is here. Tony Jennings says, lovely day, boyo. Sonia Pengelly says, sunny in Devon. Yay, nice one. We won't come as far as Devon, I don't think, but that's good to hear. Right, hello, Paul. Right, talk to me then, peeps. Talk to me, because we're finally doing a YouTube live where I don't have to like install a ton of software or pay for Webinar Jam or something like that. Like it's just out of the box. And I don't know about you guys, but it seems pretty good quality. So what you're saying, would you say put a 1 in the box if the quality of the video is good? As in, I'm not jerking, I'm not choppy. It's quite good quality. Put me a 1 in the box, in the chat box. Max says it's good. Chris, great account this time, yeah. Hi, Eric. Right, okay, so the video's good. That's good. So thumbs up, YouTube. I get a feeling that the video on this is better than the video on Facebook Live, which is good because YouTube's all about video, isn't it? So that's cool. Right, so what about the audio? Is that good? Put me X in the box if the audio's good. No stuttering, no lagging, nothing going wrong. Stephen says, when I first tuned in, I was forced to watch an advert for a few seconds. Do you need to allow for this before you start talking? Maybe, Stephen. Yeah, maybe that's why people took a while to connect. Okay, everybody is saying that there's no delay. So the audio's good and the video's good. 2 thumbs up. I keep saying Facebook. 2 thumbs up, YouTube Live. Well done. That's what we want to see. We want to see lots of good quality stuff out there. So I'm loving this so far. It looks great. The text's easy to read. Big, big, big double thumbs up from me. I will use this feature in the future, definitely. So if you've not got the notification bell clicked on the channel, so not just subscribe, but the notification bell as well, then you need to do that now because I'm going to do some of these in the future. And if you're in the Facebook group, you won't even get to know about this stuff. So I like this. I'm happy with this. This is good. And I've got my night theme on as well. So the background for me, what I'm looking at is all dark and black and it looks good, really good. Right, so no delay. Video quality is good. That's great stuff. Right, so I've got my first question. Here we go. I feel like this is a loaded question because I've got a feeling I know that you do this, Marius. So M1K3 Marius says, Matt, what do you think about dropping on eBay? So I assume he's talking about drop shipping on eBay. And I assume that he's not talking from like a local wholesaler or a manufacturer and drop shipping. I assume he is talking Amazon to eBay drop shipping. Would that be correct? Would that be correct, Marius? First question, I'll throw the question back at you. What do you think to it? Because I've got a feeling you do it and you just want to hear what I've got to say about it. But I'm going to answer, don't worry. I've got very strong feelings about it. What do you think to it, Marius? And do you do it in the US or in the UK? Just answer me that. No, answer me US or UK first. Because I don't feel like I can confident. Okay, UK, great stuff. Right, I can talk about that then because the US one, I don't know, maybe it stacks up differently due to tax and stuff, but I'll talk about UK drop shipping from Amazon to eBay, okay? I think it sucks. And I think I think that because I think that's why you've asked me. I think it's a loaded question. I don't know, I think you're like, you love it or you sell something in it or something. I think that's why you've asked me, but maybe that's just me being cynical and maybe it's just a legit question. Right. Here's the problem with that Amazon to eBay dropshipping model, right? It don't work. It drops to pieces at a certain level, right? Now, some people say, yeah, I can make it work at this. Look, I've looked at people doing this business model in the UK, right? I've looked at people teaching this business model in the UK and doing lots of this business model in the UK, selling hundreds of thousands. And I believe that when they get to tax time, they probably have now. I don't watch what they do. I don't care what they do. But when they get to tax time, I think that accountant's going to go, ooh, what are we going to do? You're going to prison. Like, I know that's a bit harsh, but I think they are because I don't think they've done the maths right. They were adding, what were they adding? I don't know. The percentages they were adding, as far as I could calculate, what they were adding to the price of the goods from Amazon wouldn't cover their costs once they were collecting VAT on the purchases as well. So once they're collecting VAT and eBay fees and whatever other fees and using VAs or listing software and other such stuff, it won't cover the costs or it'll be so razor thin that there'd be no point. And I think a lot of them would be making a massive loss. So I'm not saying you can't make a little bit of money at it. You can. But when you get to those, I don't know what it is now. Is it 83,000 a year turnover when you get VAT registered? But when you get to about 83, 85K, whatever it is, once you get to the VAT registration limit, and bear in mind, once you get, some people watching this or go, well, 85K, I'd love to do 85K. Remember, it's 85K sales on razor thin margins. So you might be at best looking at maybe 5 grand profit, 10 grand profit. Maybe if you're really, I don't know, out there, maybe you're looking at 20 grand profit. I doubt that. It's probably going to be slimmer. But what happens when you hit those thresholds and VAT registration thresholds in the UK? The business model drops to pieces. So it's hanging by a thread before you're VAT registered. But when you go VAT registered, it drops to pieces because there's no margin left. You know, you've got to account for things like returns and people being dodgy with you and obviously scaling up VA costs and software costs and fees for this, fees for that. And, you know, when you actually do the maths, there's not that much left in it. So I don't love it as a business model. It's another one of these kind of cash flow, easy to get into. So there's very little money in it because it's so easy to get into. And like the competition's high. And I'm not saying you can't make any money in it, but I just think if you spent the time and effort and money on something more worthwhile, like information products, for example, then you're going to make a sustainable business for long term where you're not selling 80 grand's worth of stuff or I don't know, 500 grand's worth of stuff. That's a better example. You're not selling 500 grand's worth of stuff and then making a 15 grand profit. You're selling 500 grand's worth of stuff and making a 485 grand profit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. So you can spend your time spinning your wheels in something that's, again, another problem I've not mentioned with Amazon to eBay dropshipping is it's against Amazon terms of service in the way that I see most people doing it. So it's like you're using an Amazon Prime account for business purposes. So you might be banging 200 sales through an Amazon Prime account. You're not allowed to do that. So if Amazon come along one day and wisen up to it and go, hang on, this ain't in our best interests, click, your business is done. It drops. It just is too shaky for me. The foundations of Amazon to eBay dropshipping are way too shaky for me. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of like things like private label on Amazon just because you're relying solely on Amazon. But when you're relying on kind of, I don't know, you're relying on Amazon and eBay and razor thin margins, it just really, really, really drops to pieces, in my opinion. Okay, right. So here's the breakfast part of this. I'm going to actually eat my breakfast with you guys. Thank you, Holly. Thanks a lot, sweetheart. Right, so I've got the best jam in the world. I don't know if you guys have tried this. Have you tried this jam? It don't look much, I know. McKay's jam. I don't know if they sell it everywhere, but you can get it from Sainsbury's. McKay's jam, it's so good. I think it's Scottish jam. And yes, I slurp my tea. If you don't like it, leave. Because I can't not slurp my tea. I have to slurp my tea or it don't taste right. I try and keep my mouth closed while I eat, though. Deal. Right. Hopefully that's covered it. Ask me some more questions, guys. What about local retailers like Tesco, Argos? Give it a shot by all means. You know what? It's good to test and try anything, Marius. It's good to try anything. But that particular model, I have done a little bit of it. So I have got some experience in it. But I was like, hang on. I kept asking these VAT questions to all these gurus and experts that are selling courses and coaching in it. Nobody could give me a legitimate answer. And then I came to the conclusion. In fact, I posted in the group about that and nobody could give me a legitimate answer. So I'm like, all right then. So basically, if you're VAT registered, this business doesn't work. So I can't scale it past tiny little amounts, pocket money amounts. Well, I'm not interested then. Do you know what I mean? Why waste your time with something where you can't scale past pocket money when you spend your time doing something that you can? There's an opportunity cost to everything we do. So I'm going to choose high margin, high profit, high sales. I'm going to choose a good business over a bad business. And for me, Amazon to eBay dropshipping is a bad business, but that's just my opinion. And again, that's just based on UK experience. I'm not saying it's like that in the US. I've no idea. Their sales taxes and stuff are different to ours. So I've no experience over there. So I'm not saying it can't work for anyone anywhere, but I'm saying it's not worth my time. Right. What we got? Max Machiccioni says 100% agree. I assume that's on my opinions on eBay to Amazon dropshipping. Oh my God. Mandy says, did you put your clocks forward almost lunchtime? I don't know. I'm guessing the Mac's done it for me. Is it 11:03 a.m.? If it is, Mandy, then yeah, it's done it. And my watch always dies on me anyway, so I change that pretty much every day because it's self-winding. So if you don't wear it for a day or a few hours or something, it kind of stops. So I'll change that, not a problem. Right. What else we got? Monkey Jim says, what was your Millionaire Maker course in the end? Was it your information product course? No, it wasn't, Jim. It's something else. But if I've shown you the mind map of the creative process that went into planning out the course, you would go, okay, it's an 8-module course. Module 1's big enough to be a course on its own. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just such a monster. I think I just got so bogged down with creating it that it's just like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. Like, I know that sounds awful, but in where my head was at the time, I was like, I can't do 8 modules of this course and like feel all right about it, because at the end of the day, I've not got to teach it to experts. I've not got to teach it to people that have got e-com experience. I've got to teach it to beginners and to experts. So it's like simple things. I was like overly kind of going in detail in things. Like I was realizing just things like registering a domain name, which should be simple. And I should just say, go register a domain name. I was breaking it down and trying to teach it. And then I was like, how to do this and how to do that. And realizing the scale of what the big one was, to teach it to somebody that's a beginner that's never done stuff like this before. It was just a mammoth task. Having said that, some breaking news right here, guys. Some breaking news. I have found a solution. The big one is coming. Again, don't quote me on it. And I don't want to say a date or anything like that, but I have plans to do the big one. The big one is coming in 2018. And the big one is coming sooner than we think. Don't want to say anything much more than that. But those problems I was having at the beginning of the year, I have solved them somewhat by teaming up with somebody that is going to be able to lighten my workload massively. So instead of doing it all on my own and trying to teach beginners this huge business model with loads of moving parts, I'm actually going to be doing it in a collaboration with someone. Not somebody you guys are used to hearing from, but an e-com expert. And so basically, yes, I'm going to be sharing the profits of it, but I'm fine with that. I'm all about win-win situations. I want you guys as customers to win. I want you guys as free potential prospects to win. I want you guys to get value at every stage. So whether you're a prospect, whether you're someone just interested that's never going to give me any money, I want you to get value too. I want customers to get value, and I want business partners to get value. So it's got to be win-win-win-win-win-win for everybody. And that's what I think we've come to. So this is breaking news really on this live. So you guys that have stuck around might be actually like, yes, I'm glad I stayed around for this, because I've not told this anyone. So the big one is coming. I've just got a partner on it, and a very experienced e-com partner that can help me at least half the workload. So that's positive. That's great news. Right, back to comments while I have a bite. I'm just reading. Get Down the Gym says, VAT is a roadblock. You will never earn real money without going over it. Exactly my point. If you can't earn money VAT registered in this business model, it's not a business model. It's a hobby. It's a ridiculous waste of your time. Because right now you might be thinking, oh, I'd love 10 grand a year. I'd love 10 grand a year, like extra. Yeah, but if you got I don't know, if you can't, I don't know. I guess you guys that know will know what I'm talking about. You guys that don't, well then go for it. But like trying to keep your turnover under certain turnover things so you don't go VAT registered, that's not a business. That's a hobby, guys. It's a hobby. If you can't earn more than X per year because you've got to go VAT registered, that is not a business model you want to be wasting your time with, and that's really my point. Right. All right. Get Down the Gym says, are you working till you are 70 still? I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if you mean, am I going to work till I'm 70? I'm going to work till I'm 90. I'm going to work till I'm 130 because I love what I do. Right. Have the clocks not gone forward yet then?
Yeah.
They've already done it?
Yeah.
All right. So it's actually 10. Here's me thinking I had a good lie-in. So I looked at the clock and it weren't 5 a.m. I was like, yeah, I slept all right last night. No, the bloody clocks went forwards and I didn't know. One sec, guys. I'm just going to chew this and then I'll get back to the comments. Interestingly, as much as I thought this was a good idea, but because it's only me talking, it's hard for me to eat and talk. So breakfast with Matt was probably not the best of ideas. I might save that second slice till after. Right. So WMX says, hi, Matt. I've been looking to get into affiliate marketing, but not sure how to do all the backlinking to get traffic. Okay. If you were in my coaching class, I've got an amazing way that makes your whole problem go away. But unfortunately, those people have paid me big money to learn it. So I can't really, I'd love to tell you, but at the same time, I don't know, I've got to hold some stuff back for the people that have paid good money with me. But backlinking is the bane of my life. Like putting that to a side, because that makes it easy. That makes it simple. That's done. Like that's done and dusted. That technique and the secret information product mentorship and mastermind group coaching thing takes care of it. You don't have to worry about it. Sorted, done. But putting that to a side, because I can't discuss it at the minute. Sorry. I have respect for my current students that are going through the training, that is. But anyway, so the backlinking side of things is the worst thing ever. It's the most horrible thing ever. And backlinking sucks so bad. It's worse than prepping it in online arbitrage. It just, building backlinks is a joke. And I know some people talk about doing blog commenting and guest posting and things like that and adding yourself to niche specific web directories and that. It's all a bit rubbish, to be honest. I don't love it. You know what we'll say? Focus on high quality content and the backlinks will take care of themselves. How does that sound? Right. So Sonia says, the big one sounds good. I'm watching this space. Yeah, absolutely. Watch this space, Sonia. People have been waiting for it since last year. There's a load of people that are auto in. They're just literally waiting for it. But yeah, it is coming. It is coming. But don't watch the clocks, guys. It's coming when it comes. Like I say, I've got a partner on this now, so all gravy. Right, let me see. Get Down the Gym says, I think VAT will go down to 50k-ish in the UK in the future. You know what? It's my opinion that, and this is going to sound wrong, but I don't think that small businesses should have an advantage over established businesses. And I know that sounds a bit harsh, but I don't think they should. I think everybody in business should have to collect VAT. Like if you go to a store in America, right? You go to a store and you pick up some bubble gum, you pick up some crisps, you pick up some whatever you've got in there, some fruit, and then you go to checkout. And in your mind, when you was going around, you've added it up and it's going to cost you $10. You get to checkout and they're like, $10.83, please. And you're like, what? And what it is it's sales tax. They add the sales tax on after. So nobody in America is under any illusion that sales tax is anything other than a tax on purchases, and the customer pays it. And it's very, very, very clear to them at checkout, this is the tax getting added for sales tax. I like that method. I don't like how the UK do it. I don't like how they basically, we kind of have to go to the customer with a price. So in the nightclub game, our pint might be £3.50, okay? But the customer doesn't realize that a good chunk of that £3.50, I don't know what it is, 50p or whatever, is VAT. Do you know what I mean? And that we've got to pay. So they think we're ripping them off for a pint. And in reality, we're giving the VAT man a good chunk of the money. But again, if you're in a non-VAT registered business, you don't have to worry about the margin loss so much, because like you haven't got the same kind of take away from it. And I know you guys are small businesses and you're probably not going to like to hear that, but I don't think there should be some step. I think it should be added post-purchase, almost like the US do it. I think the customer should be very aware that this extra is getting added is not for the retailer, it's for the government. I just think that, I think they do it better. So I welcome any decrease in the VAT registration limit, because I think a lot of people make business models uncompetitive or unscalable. No, not uncompetitive, but they make them unscalable because they're happy to play at it. So you've got 1,000 people playing at it for chump change, and probably a lot of them aren't even filing the taxes properly anyway. No offense if they are and all that, but they're probably not. I know a lot of people that kind of just don't care about all that stuff. They're doing it as a hobby and they keep their head down. But it means that legitimate businesses that are registered for VAT can't trade in that space, because the people that aren't paying taxes and they're just playing at it just for a bit of extra pocket money that pay no taxes, them guys are kind of ruining it for the people that want to run it like a business. I don't know. That's just a personal rant. It's probably not a popular one, but it's just how I feel at the minute about it all. Right. So yeah, we should change our tax system. Right. Let's see what we've got. Monkey Jim says, "Oh, so it hasn't come out yet. When will it be likely to come out?" Yeah, okay. I'm not giving an exact date, but it's sooner than I was probably expecting. We are working on it. So WAMX says, "Is it best to create a personal brand, i.e., yourself, and promote products, or do it via other branding ways?" You can do either. It depends what you're selling. Obviously, if the product or service you're selling revolves around you, like in a big way, then you probably want to focus on the personal brand thing. But there's a lot of value in doing it the other way. There's some limitations to doing it as a personal brand, because obviously, for example, I didn't want to build a personal brand, hence me not using my real name. I used this joint account, Matt Holly, on Facebook. That was just a joint business account, but my real name's Matt Webley. So I've not started building my personal brand really, unless you call my face my personal brand. I've not started building myself as a name, and I want to. I should do, but it's just not something I've done. What I wanted to do is build Secret Wealth Project as a brand. Okay, so I didn't have to be so tightly involved with it later down the line. But what's increasingly happening is I'm realizing I am kind of the Secret Wealth Project. I know you guys are, you're secret soldiers and stuff, but at the same time, without me, it stops. I mean, you guys will still be a community and stuff, but the content stops is what I'm trying to say. So to a certain extent, I should be building a personal brand. Having said that, in every niche I've done up until this point, other than Secret Wealth Project, it's always been non-personal brand stuff. So I've never put my face or name to stuff. I've used pen names. I've used other people and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? So like, this is the first time with Secret Wealth Project that I've been a personal brand, but I'm not even building a personal brand properly. So you can do both ways. My intention was to create Secret Wealth Project to be an entity, and it has become an entity. But I want to be able to, at some point, maybe step away from that somewhat and let somebody else create some content for it. And we can do that, but it's a little bit further down the line, I think, than I was probably hoping. Paul says VAT registration here in Finland is 8K. See, that's way better, Paul. That's way better, because then what it does is it removes the administrative burden on somebody just starting out. But then as soon as they're running it as a proper business and they made 8 grand's worth of sales, all of a sudden then they go, oh, okay, now it's time to start taking this seriously, because I know it's not pocket money. Let's register for VAT. Way better system. Way better system. It just is. I like that idea. We should definitely decrease the VAT registration limit, and or do away with it and kind of just make everybody kind of pay it, and it's just a sales tax that gets deducted after post-purchase. Or at the purchase point, I suppose I should say. Get down the gym says, I think VAT will go down to 50-ish in the future. Hans Holt says, support Trump, bro. He's our president and last savior. You know what? Trump equals Jesus. I tell you what, I've got my thoughts about Trump, and they're not. I'm going to stay out of politics. But what I will say is this, because you know what? Let's get off the fence for once, Matt. What I will say is this. Trump gets a lot of stick, but I think Trump is the first president that has genuinely had the US's best interests in his mind and heart. And I know that's not popular opinion. I know a lot of people in the UK will be like, "What, man, it's just Trump supporter, blah, blah, blah." Look, I'm not a Trump supporter. But as an onlooker and unemotionally attached, unpolitically bothered onlooker, Trump is in a very difficult position. What, you thinking I shouldn't be doing it? She's like, "Don't say this, Matt." Trump's in a real difficult position. I wouldn't want his job for the world. And he's got difficult decisions to make. And whichever way he turns, he's going to be told he's a bad person and he's making the wrong decision. But I think Trump isn't in it to make himself rich or thinking about the speaking gigs that he's going to have when he stops being president or whatever. Trump's in it to just do what he thinks is right. And he kind of gets behind his decisions with conviction and stuff. And you know what? To a certain extent, the world has been pushing America around a little bit. And why should they? Because America's the superpower. America's the almighty. You know, I'm saying this tongue in cheek, but it's the almighty. It's a superpower. You don't let, when you're the bully in the school playground and you've got the biggest muscles and you're 6'8" and everybody else is 5 foot, you don't let the little kids beat you up. And to a certain extent, Trump's right in the fact that Americans been getting beat up by some of the world taking advantage of them in ways. And I know that's not popular opinion, but that's just what I think. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm not for Trump. I'm whatever. I don't care one way or the other. But what I'm saying is the guy's got a difficult job and he does what he believes is right. That's what I think. So I know nobody's perfect. I know he's made some crappy decisions. Like, what decision did you make, Hol, that you didn't like? Something about an elephant tusk. Yeah, bringing back trophies from Africa, hunting trophies. We were like, "What are you thinking, Trump?" You know, I'm not saying we agree with everything that he comes out with, but like I don't know. I think he's doing it for the right. I think he's doing it for what he believes is the right reasons. So I know he gets a lot of stick, and I know I'll probably get some stick, but that's how I feel about it. That's the truth. I think if we had a leader like Trump, we would be better off coming out of Brexit with a leader like Theresa May. But then again, Jeremy Corbyn's a joke as well. So I don't want to make this political. I'm very much I'm not siding with anyone. I'm just saying, like, our politicians are a joke. I think if we had a Trump-style politician running the UK, we'd be in a better position. As unpopular as that might make me. Hang on, let me have a look. Right, I'm reading your comments, guys. So I'm going to go quiet for a second. My tea's gone cold. My bloody toast's gone cold. This is a disaster from my breakfast point of view. Yeah, I think you're a bit Trump crazy, though. Hans Holtz. All we Americans must keep proving loyalty to our holy country and president. Heil Trump. Oh, God. What's going on? Mandy says, "How's your comment filter, Matt?" Don't know. I think it's working okay, maybe. I'll try and delete some stuff. Manjaf says, "Trump's hair looks like a cat." Monkey Jim says, "Anyone managed to source and good RE products from Toys R Us now that it's closing down? Matt, are you bothering with stocking up with any discounted products from Toys R Us shutting down sales?" We've not really been doing much online arbitrage, to be honest, Jim, not sourcing. We've been so focused on other things. So I've not bought anything from Toys R Us, not even visited Toys R Us. So no, I've not really done anything with them, not seen what's going on or anything. Obviously, I know they're shutting down. Interestingly enough, though, we've got an online arbitrage Chrome extension we've been working hard on for a while, and it's going to be cracking. It's going to be so good. And I think that, for me, is going to be an online arbitrage game changer. Again, we're not quite telling people what it is yet, but we're only a couple of weeks away. Maybe even Karen, who I've partnered up with this on, she thinks we're a couple of weeks away from releasing it. So it's not going to be long. I think that's a bit ambitious. but I think we might be 4 weeks to 6 weeks away from official release. We're in beta testing at the minute, so we're going to be having beta testers start testing it over the next week or so. But we're waiting for our developers to iron out a few kinks. We've got to put a bit more work into it and stuff. But it's going to be great. That Chrome extension for online arbitrage is going to be fantastic. And later on, I think we're going to develop a, I don't know if Karen's mentioned this, developing a retail arbitrage app as well for your phone. So that's coming. It's all coming. It's exciting. So as that happens, we're going to be getting more back into online arbitrage again. So for Q1, we've been quiet. We've not been doing much, but we are going to move back into it as we release this extension and stuff. We're going to be testing stuff. Beck's going to do a £500 online arbitrage challenge at some point, whereby she's just going to use bookable VA sheets. Probably going to use this extension as well, or maybe we'll put the extension against. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, we got a lot of online arbitrage content coming real soon. Right. Get Down the Gym says you been to the gym lately, Matt? Yeah, there's a ha there, so I don't know if he's taking a pee. But yeah, we've been to the gym. We've been going for what, 3 weeks now? We've been back on it Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 3 weeks now. So, and you know what? Say I'm not taking any protein in. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Can you see that little separation in my chest at the top? She loves it when I say that. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to go to the side so you can see with the light. I'm getting a bit of separation back. Say I'm vegan now, and I've not taken any protein in beyond a vegan diet. I'm not eating extra special or anything like that. I'm just back in the gym. I can actually see a little bit of definition coming back to say I've been vegan and out of the gym for months. We're kind of back to it. James says, only to use the vending machines, lol. No, we have used the vending machine once in the gym. Got some moose juice. It was bad. It's like an energy drink. It wasn't good. Won't we doing that again? Huh?
It was sour.
Yeah, it wasn't good. WAMX is saying, I'm looking at using a pen name. Can I use a pen name to start a blog, or is the pen name only usually good for things like authoring ebooks, etc.? You can use whatever you want as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if there's any legalities surrounding it, so it's not tax or legal advice. I never give any of that kind of advice. But from a marketer's point of view, if you want to be a pen name on your blog, why not? Good morning, Andy. Oh, my God, they're getting a bit crazy here. God bless President. God bless and protect the Second Amendment. God bless America, Snake Jones. Ollie's laughing. You know what? This is like a business and entrepreneurship group, and we've got some blooming people like whooping and a hollering in here because we're talking about bloody US presidents and stuff. I can't wait until the Hillary supporters come in here, and then we got problems, haven't we? When they all start clashing horns, and all of a sudden it becomes like a political discussion instead of a business one. Andy says, I've joined a chat about Trump. Have I got the right channel? True. Tony Jennings say, what no OA? I thought Beck was full-time OA. Beck's off at the minute, Tony. She's been off for a while. She's in Budapest at the minute, having some annual holiday. And she was ill before that, quite ill. And she was meant to be doing this £500 challenge a while ago. But I said, look, Beck, just leave it. Because I couldn't ask her to be on camera. She was still coming to work, but she was ill. But Beck's the type of person that's like, no, I'm fine. But you can tell she's not fine. And so I said, look, we just leave that for a while. But we only put it on the back burner. So Beck is hopefully still going to be doing this online arbitrage challenge. And at that point, she'll be sourcing again and making videos on it, which would be cool if I can get her to. Obviously, maybe she's scared of being on camera a little bit too much. I don't know. But we'll see. I'll put a camera in her face, see what happens. But yeah, no, Beck's been helping with all kinds of things. She edits our videos. She replies to comments and emails. She does all kinds of other bits and bobs. She's not just full-time away. Oh, my God. Some Trump stuff going on again. Get down the gym. Who are you, get down the gym? Because...
I keep thinking someone's telling you to get down the gym.
No. Who are you, get down the gym? Because I've got a feeling like you're probably not called get down the gym in the group. I'm guessing you're in the group. But no, I'm not off at the energy drinks. I try my best to not drink too many of them, but I'm on them. Monkey Jim says, Monkey Jim says, not sure if you can answer this, but if you own 2 separate limited companies and one becomes VAT registered, would you need to charge VAT on sales from both companies or just the VAT registered one? Right. This is not tax advice. I do not know the answer to your question. Having said that, and that's my disclaimer, having said that, it is my belief that if your companies are doing very, very, very different things, i.e. one sells fruit and vegetables on a market and the other is an internet-based software as a service solution, then I believe that as long as they're different companies, one doesn't have to be registered for VAT because of the other. They are totally different entities. Having said that, if one is an Amazon online arbitrage company and one's an Amazon retail arbitrage company, I believe they're classed as being the same kind of thing. And again, I'm not saying that's the only example. I'm just giving you an example whereby you could say, well, no, because that one does retail arbitrage and that does online arbitrage. No. I think even if you had an argument for it, I think they would be classed as one and the same. So you would have to go VAT registered on that second company because they're so closely related. So again, not tax advice. You'll have to speak to an accountant, but that's how I understand it currently with UK law. But again, not tax advice, not legal advice. Go do your own research, but that's how I believe it works. God, we've got some proper crazy American. I love you Americans. I'm not calling all Americans crazy, but we've got some proper kind of crazy Americans in here going, oh no, not Hillary. Talking about like politics and stuff. I wish I hadn't gone there now. Dan Scribb, okay, Dan's kind of answered the question. Marius says, hey, Matt, give us your thoughts about the best OA business that should be done in 2018. I guess you mean best online business. Do you mean best online business, Marius? I think anything that focuses on the long term with slightly higher barriers to entry, i.e. you need a skill set for it, is going to treat you well over the long term. So if it's easy to get into and you could learn it in a day and anyone can get into it and you want to kind of avoid those kind of businesses. If you've got to learn some stuff, you know, if you've got to learn copywriting or learn, I don't know, coding or learn how to generate traffic or something, or you've got to learn Facebook ads. If you've got to learn stuff, that's a good sign. The more you've got to learn, the more you'll probably earn. Okay, so just kind of, the more you can kind of get stuck in with it, the better it is. If it's easy to do, if you can one click make money, that's a joke. It's a joke. It's a temporary joke. It's going to go away. Your business will die at some point. Do not want to be in that kind of business. But if you've got to learn copywriting, traffic generation, you've got to learn conversion, you've got to learn about sales letters, sales writing, marketing. If you've got to learn some stuff, that's probably a good business to be in. So the more moving parts a business model has, typically the better. From a long-term point of view. So for example, let's just put 2 business models up against each other. The one that you were talking about doing, Amazon to eBay dropshipping, all you need is some software like Price Yak or Hydralister or something like that. And you don't even need a VA. That's it. And in fact, you could do it manually, but that's all you need, just a piece of software, boom, and you can do your listings. That's it, right? That's rubbish, right? It's too easy to get into. You're going to have too much competition, which is going to squeeze margins. And because it's kind of a no-brain business, whereby it's just volume of listings, then it's so easy for anybody to do that you're going to get eaten alive by all the idiots that are doing it with you. Now, having said that, flip the coin on its head. Let's say software as a service or information products. What you've got to do with them, if it's software as a service, you've either got to be a coder or find the coder, which in itself is a challenge. You've got to know how to create a sales message that resonates with people. So video sales letter scripts, maybe explainer videos, maybe long form sales copy. Maybe you've got to put some email follow-up in place. So you've got to know what to write in your autoresponders, how to segment your lists. Maybe you need to understand about retargeting, pixels and Facebook ads and Google AdWords and things. You've got lots to learn to basically kind of build a business in software as a service, software as a service or information products. You've got lots of moving parts, right? Which means average Joe that's heard about making money online, that's heard, oh, I could sell stuff on eBay. You're not competing against 1 million or 10 million average Joes. You're just competing against a bunch of people that know what they're doing, which might sound scary, but there's a lot less people that know what they're doing compared to the people that are just like, they've heard about this make money stuff and I'm going to get some software. So you're competing against less people, but they are better competition. But where you get an advantage is you can niche down. So you can go from this pool of people that do know what they're doing with a higher level skill set, but then you can just micro niche into something and then just attack that thing. And then all of a sudden you're one of maybe a handful, if that, of people that have high level knowledge, marketing knowledge and skills in that micro niche, and you dominate and own it. So I can't even remember the initial question now, but that was it. The best business should be done in 2018. Whichever business has got more moving parts and requires you to have more skills is better than the business that has a couple of pieces of software. You click this, click that, and you make money. Now, there's merits to both. There's money in both. But if you're asking me for the best one, then it's that one. But having said that, you might make a lot of money very quickly doing the easy thing. And then maybe it tapers off and you never make a penny again. Or maybe you don't ever make really good money. You just make an income. But on this one, you could get rich with. So, you know, you hit a software as a service right, you get rich. You hit an information product right, you get rich. Whereas you hit Amazon to eBay dropshipping, I've never heard of anyone getting rich, at least not in the UK from that. Massive sales, no profit. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on it. Hope that wasn't too much for you peeps. Oh, Andy won't see this because he's off with the family and he said it a while ago, but see Andy. So thanks, Matt. So an RA, an OA business and an online information product company could be seen as different. I don't know, Jim, you'd have to ask your accountant, but I think at least you'd have an argument for that being the case, wouldn't you? You know, if there were separate companies with separate bank accounts, separate brand names, separate everything, and they were doing very separate, different online businesses, I don't know. I mean, I'm no accountant, but I think at least you could argue they are two different things. But again, that's accountant stuff, not me. So I can only give you what I understand on a very basic level from what I've been told by my accountant. But again, accountancy, just one of them things I always just say, look, just get an accountant. You know, if you've got an accountant that take care of all your books, to take care of your taxes, to take care of all that stuff, and if you've got little questions like that, you've not got to wonder if you're getting good advice from someone on the internet that doesn't know. And like, I don't know, I'm admitting I don't know about tax. But you've not got to worry if like somebody's advice in some Facebook group you don't know is a load of rubbish. You can actually kind of get real advice from your accountant, and they usually give it for free. My first accountant used to charge me in 15-minute increments. So I pick the phone up to him, talk it to him for 2 minutes. I get a bill for whatever it was, I don't know, 15 minutes of his time. Whereas that isn't the case with my current accountant. If I've got a message, I can just text him and he sorts me out. He helps me. And a lot of accountants do it that way as well. So it's good to have an accountant to take care of your stuff. But not only that, to have somebody to turn to if you need them. Right, let's have a look. Orlando says, show your Rolex, Matt. I've not got it on. I've not got it on, Orlando. What part of UK is your accent? Snake Jones says. My accent is, I guess, a Midlands accent, maybe. Kind of like a hybrid Nottingham accent kind of thing. So East Midlands I live in. So we all sound different. You can go 30 miles that way and everyone sounds different to there. And then you go 30 miles that way and they all sound different again. So like we can go to Derbyshire, which is a stone's throw away, and they've all got a different twang to us. We go into Nottingham, which is a stone's throw that way, and they've all got a really strong Nottingham accent. You go a little bit up the road, so 36 miles, Sheffield, you've got like a really strong kind of Sheffield Yorkshire accent. It's like our accents are all over the place, so don't even try and understand them. They are what they are. Luckily, we can understand each other just until you start getting really north, and like sometimes Geordie accent can get a bit strong. But yeah, not that I got any problems with Geordies. I like Geordies, but I'm just saying strong accents sometimes. And Liverpudlians sometimes have strong accents, but bit of a tangent that. Right, let's see what else we got. Billy Bob says, best looking guy on YouTube. Don't you know, Billy Bob? Don't you know? You got good taste in men. Right, so WAMX says, I'm learning the ClickFunnels strategy and how I can take a cold customer to a hot customer. I'm particularly good at copywriting, so should I outsource that aspect? No, you don't want to outsource the thing you're really good at. Just do that bit, outsource everything else. No, if you're a good copywriter, you should be getting rich, or you should be doing all right at least. You should be making some decent money. So yeah, if you're warming traffic up through a funnel and you can copyright, you should be sitting pretty a year or two from now, assuming you've just started. Right. Max Mattigioni says, "How to win, Matt. Started my SEO agency 4 months ago. Been banging on doors looking for clients and signed my first on Friday." Oh, well done. Well done, buddy. It's good to hear. Working for myself, I charge $125 an hour as opposed to working for someone else for only $30 an hour. So excited. Started great things to come. That's amazing. No, that's unreal. Well done, Max. Dan Scribbler says, "Matt, what's your view on Amazon returns becoming damaged by customer? Do you just accept the loss and pull from inventory or seek reimbursement from Amazon?" Seller Central. This is part of what I hate about Amazon. Like, I don't know, they just feel they play a little bit loose and happy with your stock, in my opinion anyway. So, I mean, typically we've probably just taken the loss in the past, but if you're running it really, really, really seriously and watching it every unit, then you probably want to try and seek reimbursement. So I think you've answered your own question. You should definitely try and seek reimbursement. What we do and what we should do are often two very different things. But try and seek reimbursement if you can. WAMX says, "Would you say ClickFunnels are the best with landing pages? They are pricey, so I have had a look at Unbounce and then using Drip for autoresponder. Or should I get ClickFunnels and get response?" I've seen this mentioned. I do think ClickFunnels is a lot of money. I know Russell Brunson doesn't like people saying that, and he's like, "We're not a lot of money, we're cheap," and all that stuff. But I do think it's a lot of money. But what it is if you're earning $10,000 a month, but it's costing you $300 a month, and that's not a lot of money. I think that's where Russell is coming from. He's saying that it's not a lot of money because you can earn so much money from it. But if you're just starting out, and you're not earning anything from your funnels, then yeah, it's a lot of money. It is, but it depends how serious you are. Depends what you want to do. I've tried all kinds of alternatives to ClickFunnels to try and find a solution that's the same, similar, better, whatever, cheaper. And I've got to say, like, I don't know, ClickFunnels has still got on lockdown. You know, the solutions I've tried that are similar or cheaper or whatever, they're not usually better. So just the fact that it's got that order flow in it and that kind of one-click order form bounce. Is it called bounce? I can't remember what they call it, but you know, the one-click thing, and then your order flow where you can upsell, downsell, sell, whatever. It's really smooth and it works well when you set it up. So I don't know. I don't really know which you should do, but I do agree they are a little bit expensive, especially at first. Snake Jones says, "Okay, nice. I'm only familiar with Robinhood and Nottingham Forest." Well, there we go. I'm not very far from either of them. So that's pretty much, you got me. So I've been to see a million Forest matches. Not that I follow football too closely, but I've been to see a million Forest matches at Forest. And I've been to see the Major Oak as well a million times, which is not far away from us. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. We kind of live there. So Jim says, "Amazon told me that they won't cover customer damage of products. I'm sure they used to." Yeah, you know what, Jim? They told us that as well. We've applied for a few times and they've told us that. But then other people are like, "No, I get it every time." So I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's Amazon being Amazon, I guess. Yeah, you just can't predict them sometimes. But usually if you're firm and strong frame and you keep pounding away, usually you get through to somebody that's got a few brain cells in the end and they'll sort you out. But yes, it can be frustrating. Right, so that's the last of the comments. Has anyone got any more questions or comments? It's coming up for an hour, so I'm probably going to cut this short and we're going to go for a walk. And I'm going to actually probably warm up my tea and toast. And then go for it. So Snake Jones says, "How many hours a day do you work?" Whew, good question. You know what? I'm gonna let Ollie ask. I'll let Ollie answer that. She said 23, but that's not serious. Right, seriously, how many hours a day do I work? Would you say?
A lot.
How many? If you had to guess, no one.
16.
16 hours a day.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. Ollie says 16 hours a day. So some days might be more. Huh?
You don't really sleep.
I don't really sleep much. I'm going to say that's not 16 hours a day plus like 8 hours sleep. That's not what it is. It's probably 16 hours a day plus
4 hours.
4 hours sleep. And then 4 hours just like watching YouTube videos or Netflix or just doing other stuff. So yeah, probably 16 hours a day, maybe. Not every day. Like today, I'm not going to do 16 hours today. But yeah, typically about 16 hours a day. How many hours do you work? Right, is that all the questions then, guys? I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for joining us. Who's still here? Who's still here? Just drop me a little comment to let me know you're still here. Monkey Jim says, do you think that leaving the EU will make it harder to sell products on Amazon to the EU's countries? I think at this stage, Jim, people can only guess. Who knows what they're going to work out, what they're not going to work out. I think Theresa May's rubbish negotiator. I think the EU cannot do a good deal with us. They can't do a good deal with us. They can't be seen to do a good deal with us. So basically, I think she should have took the stance. I think she should have took a harder stance of, look, if we don't get a good deal, then we're having no deal, and we'll make a deal with the rest of the world, and the EU can swear word. That I think that's the stance that Trump would have took. I think that's the stance that a hard, good negotiator should have took, because the way I see it is, there's for Brexit to happen in a nice way for us, for the UK. Europe can't allow that, because if that happens, then France and probably Italy and lots of other countries are going to go, hang on, that wasn't so bad after all. We don't really want to be in this European Union thing. We're only in it because we kind of just, this is the status quo and we're scared of getting out of it, but people don't actually want to be in it. Would rather not be in it. And the UK have took the lead. Now, if we get out good and we've got good deals in place, then the European Union is dead, because people will start leaving left, right, and centre, because it's false. The people of Europe, the normal, everyday, common people of Europe, do not want to be in Europe. Some do, of course, but a lot don't. Okay, unless you're one of these poorer countries, that is the only thing you've got is upside. But for the UK, there's a strong argument for Brexit being a good thing. A strong argument for the fact that it was disadvantageous to us to be in Europe. And I know that's not everybody's feelings on it, but there's an argument at least. Whereas some countries, there's no argument for leaving. Like, it just makes sense. But that's because the richer countries were kind of funding the poorer countries to be in it. So it's just win-win for them. Well, it's win for them, not so much win for everybody that's having to fund that. Anyway, I've gone off tangent. Where was I going with that? I've gone off on an EU tangent. Got to put politics today. Oh my God, YouTube lives make Matt talk about politics. I said I'd never do that because it kind of polarizes people and kind of makes people angry. But yeah, that's what I was saying. If the UK leaves the EU and it's seen as a nice soft landing and we did all right from it and we've got a good deal, then the European Union drops to pieces. It fails. Other countries will leave. So they have to punish us. And I don't think Theresa May understands this. They have to punish us to send a message to the rest of Europe that if you do this, you will fall on hard times. Because that's the only way they can keep the European Union together. Now that we've left, it's the only way. And that's why I think that is going to be the actual ultimate thing. Can they punish us enough that the rest of Europe falls back in line, or can they not? So are we going to get a good deal out of it? No, we're going to get a bad deal. So knowing we're going to get a bad deal, we need to play them at their own game, and we need to say to them, look, we are your biggest car customer, Germany. We are your biggest car customer. We buy more BMWs, Mercedes, and all Audis and all that stuff. We buy more of them than any of your other customers, any of your other countries that you have customers. We are your biggest customer. Do you want to lose that by us banging on some trade tariffs or something whereby all of a sudden it becomes a lot cheaper to buy a Jaguar, or other cars, a Range Rover? All of a sudden Range Rovers become affordable because maybe we could punish the German automakers, make it really expensive in this country to buy one. Some people still will, but a lot of people won't. If there was if they cost 50% more to buy, nobody's going to be buying them. They're going to buy the cheaper alternatives that are kind of, non Germany based. Well, at that point, Germany go, ooh, God, we thought we were going to be able to push the UK around, and we're not. They're actually going to actually really put ripples through our economy. Beyond that, they're going to probably destroy our economy because of their spending power with us. And then we do the same with France. We do the same with all of them. And we make them know that, like, we basically just say, look, we are one of the world's richest countries. We are a massive consumer of your goods. You know, if you want to play hardball with us, if you don't want to deal with us, if you don't want free trade arrangements and you don't want a good deal, win-win for all of us, then you're going to get a real bad deal. And you're going to suffer as much as we're going to suffer. And at that point, they're not going to be all like, yeah, but they will suffer too. They're going to be like, ew, okay, we don't want job losses. We don't want our economy to be crushed. We don't want this stuff. We just want to keep trading. So Theresa May needs to take a tough stance. She needs to be a harder negotiator, and we need to leave the EU, as has been democratically voted for. We need to leave the EU, and we need to do it in a hard way. We need to say, if it has to be no deal, then we do no deal, and then we live with the consequences. I have faith in the British people. I have faith in British entrepreneurs. I have faith that we would be able to get through it all. I think we've got inherent advantages in the fact that the world's language of business is English, and we invented it. I think we've got a lot going for us. I think we have got a strong relationship with the US, although the British public keep trying to put pressure on that, and like this anti-Trump stance doesn't help that relationship with the US, and we need a strong relationship with the US. We need a strong relationship with the rest of the world, and let Europe pay the price. But like I say, if we leave Europe with a good deal, Europe breaks down, it fails. So they can't allow it. So whatever Theresa May says, beyond we're going to punish you guys as much as you're going to punish us, you know, she needs to be willing to do kamikaze until the last minute. It's chicken. Who's gonna basically run out the way of the car first? Do you know what I mean? Or who's going to steer their car away first? It's that. That's what it's got to be. Because right now we're just getting pushed around, and it'll continue to do that for a while. Wow, first time I've spoke on video about politics in this life. I hope you guys are all right with it. I'll probably never talk about politics again. Right, let's see what we've got. So, back to the initial question, Jim. Do I think leaving the EU will make it harder to sell products on Amazon to the EU countries? Probably. If I'm honest, yeah, I do think it will, Jim. Yeah. Cheers, Sonia. See you. Hi, Justin. TG. Hi, Chris is here. Still here. Good lad. I like it. Hey, Manjot's still in. Paul's still here. State Jones. Thanks, Matt. God bless. Monkey Jim says she really sucks. She does suck. I think he's talking about Theresa May. Rob's got hot toast. FBA UK's here. Nick Humphries is here. Amit, she was a Remainer. Yeah, says a lot, doesn't it, Amit? Says a lot. Nigel Farage, but most of London were Remainers, weren't they? Like, I'm not trying to get on a political high horse. I'm not saying we've done right, we've done wrong. I'm just saying, as it is, with this situation as it is, we're leaving the EU. We need to leave. We need to negotiate a lot harder than she's capable of. We're going to get a terrible deal from it, and we're going to make it work, because that's what we do as Brits. You know, there's people like you, there's people like me that are just going to grind, and we're going to sort it out. We're not going to blame the economy. We're not going to blame Brexit. We're not going to blame anything. We don't blame anything. We take control and ownership over our own decisions, and we own our own successes and failures. So if things go bad, it's not because of Brexit. Things go bad, it's because we didn't do a good job. That's the way I see it. That's the way you should do it as a small business person. So, yeah. Sonia says Nigel Farage. I like Nigel Farage. I think he stands for himself. I think he says what he thinks. I like him. I'm not saying I always agree with everything he says, but I like him. Monkey Jim says, yeah, EU need to be seen to make an example of the UK. Yeah, they do. They've got to. Otherwise, it drops to pieces. Snake Jones says, you are very intelligent, Matt. Cheers. Snake Jones says she needs to grow balls. She does. She does need to grow balls. Not literally. Nick says it's about time they made it one world. Live where you want, work where you want, and develop where you want. Yeah, I think that's what the powers that be, the Illuminati, want, Nick. They will actually want a one world government. So that's actually kind of not popular opinion. That, like, I think people would hate that. But yeah, it'd be nice whereby I think if we ever get invaded by aliens, I'm not saying we will. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But if an alien invasion happened, I don't think we'd be fighting amongst ourselves. I think we'd all like gang together and we would fight the aliens if they was trying to invade us and kill us. I think those boundaries, physical, geographical, vocabulary, like languages, barriers, they drop, and I think we just all stand together as people and we'd fight these aliens. But as it is in that non-alien invasion world and in the real world, ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So as much as it'd be nice for everybody to treat everybody fairly and kindly, and there's be no crime and like poverty and war, it'd be lovely. It's a fantasy, at least in our lifetimes. That's the reality of it. But everything's going to change soon anyway. When true AI, super intelligent AI comes, everything's changing anyway. So everything that we know as reality right now changes. So, right. Let's have a look. Sonia says, I agree with you, Matt. Very true, Matt. No deal is better than a bad one. Absolutely, Jim. Passive tax says, go, Matt. FBI UK says, vote for Matt. Tony's still here. James says, Nick Humphreys, think of them as farms with all the livestock controlled and taxed to pay for the administration, so the division will continue. Bounty says, should we use... I'm about to end this live now, Bounty, so Facebook ads will have to be another time. Amazon UK made it harder to buy from the EU. When they start free shipping at over 25, most of us went to Amazon Germany. Oh, that's interesting, Paul. Okay, so Paul's in Finland, isn't it, Paul? And you are now selling from Amazon Germany. That's interesting. Monkey Jim says Illuminati, aliens. Oh no, robots, Matt. He's off on his rant, AI robot rant. Amit says they are already here. Maybe, Amit, maybe, or maybe this is just a simulation and none of us are here. Maybe the aliens aren't here. Maybe we're not here. Who knows? Passive tax. Mark says, Matt, talking about aliens, I nearly fell off my unicorn. Right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure to try out this. I keep saying Facebook Live. To try out this YouTube Live with you guys. I've actually kind of enjoyed it more than I would a Facebook Live. Just the quality of the delivery of it and how the text comes up on the right-hand side. It's quite easy to follow and stuff. I've quite enjoyed this. I think we'll be doing this again. So anyway, just quick reminders. I'm going on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule on the YouTube channel from now on. So we're going to be uploading Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm going to try and up the quality of my content. That's not prettier pictures and pretty jazzy intros. That's just, I'm going to try and put a little bit more thought into it, because obviously I'm not having to do a video every day or think I need to do a video every day. It's a lot more rigid structure. You guys know when something's coming, and hopefully I'll be able to deliver a little bit of gold to you guys. Very interested in hearing what you want to hear about. So if you want to drop a message to me, either in the comments section on the YouTube videos, I read them, or in the Facebook group, Secret Wealth Project Facebook group, that'd be great. And yeah, look forward to chatting to you more. So bye, Snake Jones. Be blessed. Cheers, Dan. I will enjoy the walk, and no problem. It's been my pleasure. Thanks for joining me. Genuinely, it's been appreciated. No worries, Jim. Thanks, FBI UK. Right, thanks everybody for joining. Speak soon. I'm Matt. This has been the Secret Wealth Project. I'd show you Holly, but she won't appreciate it, would you, darling? She just got rolled out of bed a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago. That's when I did that.
A couple of days ago. Right, Secret Soldiers, love you all. Hit that notification button. No, subscribe and hit the notification button. Give me a thumbs up on this video wherever you can. Yeah, comment, blah, 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 all that stuff. Love you. See you soon. Speak soon. Love you. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, how do I end?